From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today, will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you would have invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning. Welcome to early morning crypto talk for the inner circle for ILCA, Ivy League Crypto Academy. My name is Brandon Ivy. I am the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion for entertainment, education, and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So it's Saturday. We made it through another week. I hope you guys had a good, productive week. I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Trisha. Today is her birthday. Her birthday is always a week after mine, July babies. So happy birthday, Auntie. And everybody else, let's see who you are and where you are. I see we've got, I'm streaming on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all the Facebook groups as well. So I see we have Miss Marty Bali from Victoria, Texas. Good morning, Marty. Dorothy Mays from Tampa, Florida. Tracy Owens from Maryland. Dion, good morning. I see Janelle Appling from Colorado. Miss Marnita Casa, also Colorado. Martha Cameron from Mexico. Kenny Taylor out here in LA. DJ from Colorado. Carla from St. Louis, Missouri. And Perez, Rochester, New York. Nathan Hansberger. Nathan, am I ever saying your last name right? I always used to Barger or Barger. Melissa from the UK. Leonard Long, California. Let's see. Mr. Albert, good morning. Jackie Brown Frick. Colin and Adele from Trinidad. Good morning. Welcome. I see Facebook user from the Caribbean. Good morning. Stephen Roy Parker from Yakutsk. Oh, currently in Yakutsk, Russia. All right, Stephen. Hey, I'm just curious. What time is it there in Yakutsk, Russia? Is that Eastern Russia? Let's see. Marty and Albert's. Oh, you had your 50th anniversary on July 7th. Well, wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. 50 years anniversary. My wife and I, we celebrate our 19th year next month. 19 years, but 29 years together. Wow, since 1994. Good grief. Melody Davis, see from Chicago. You saw yourself back there, Leonard? I'm gonna watch you from behind. Daryl Weston from Texas. So northeastern Russia. Okay, yeah, still saying Yakutsk in the east. North midnight in Russia. All right. Brenda Green, I see you, Brenda. You are traveling and in Utah right now. All right, I see you, Brenda. There's another superstar, Jasmine Mercedes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Jasmine. I got a meeting with you later too, right? With Marnita. All right, Jasmine from Jersey. I've only been to Jersey, 3 times. 3 times in my life. All right, let's get into our crypto talk for today. Now, this is our Saturday morning crypto talk, which means I open it up to the public. Normally, it is a call just for my inner circle during the week. I see you, Mr. Rue from Kansas City. So Saturday, we do it to the public, and we cover a little bit of what we normally do in our inner circle. There's certain details and things that I leave out because that is just for our inner circle. And also, man, this month went by fast. The next 5-day challenge is Monday. Oh, wow. I have not even I got to get things set up. Monday's the next 5-day challenge. So there's no cost. Anybody that wants to, whether you are a beginner or you think you're a seasoned veteran, then you definitely need the 5-day challenge. Every single one is different. You learn something new every single time. This month, I don't have any special theme like last month. Last month, it was all about the metaverse. This month, we're going to go back to the basics. So we've got 2 basics, 1 NFT, and 1 metaverse course. I might switch up what that NFT and metaverse course is this month, because last month we did 5. Yeah, we did 5. So I'll pick one. I might do metaverse and education or something like that this week. And everybody is welcome to be a part of that. All you have to do is register at ilcachallenge.com, ilcachallenge.com. Once you register, you will get an email that will give you a notification to join our private Facebook group, where my executive assistant, Miss Marnita Casa, will allow you into that group, and I'll be streaming inside of that group. I also will be doing it on Zoom, but Zoom is for our VIP members. Those are the individuals who pay one time $97, $99, $97? Yeah, $97 one time, and they got access backstage. They can ask questions for the whole year. So that's going to be on Monday. All right, so let's get into some crypto talk for today. Let me go ahead and share screen. Present. Move this here. Okay. Present. Share screen. Got to remember this is. Yeah, here we go. StreamYard's set up a little bit differently. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on today. I see you, Joyce. Today we've got crypto market cap is at 1.2 trillion. Flatline in 24 hours. But this is Saturday, so we're going to have to go week to week. See what's going on week to week. Bitcoin dominance is at 46.6%. Ethereum is at 18.2%. All right. Let's see. You guys like those pics that goes on behind me. You see Marnita Cuts, you look at fab in those pics. Look like a character from Black Panther. If you guys notice, on my monitors behind me, I have scrolling AI images of members of our community. If you want to be included, all you got to do is send me images of your AI persona. And we're doing that because we're in preparation for really diving headfirst into the metaverse, where you can create your own digital avatars to be whoever you want to be. Look however you want to look. You want to be 20 years younger, you want to be taller, you want to be shorter, you want to grow hair. My avatar is going to look exactly like me in real life. Maybe a little younger. I don't know. People like the gray, but it's going to look exactly like me. All right. But you could be whoever you want to be. So if you've got any AI images, shoot it over to me and I will throw it up in the back so you can see yourself. Okay. So the market cap, let's not look at the last 24 hours. This is all flat. Let's go by the last 7 days. Bitcoin is at 1.4% down over the last week. Ethereum is down 2.4%. Ripple is up 5.8%. Dion says, how do we create that? Well, remember in our inner circle, we shared there's a service called Vana.com. Vana, and there's many of them out there, but the ones I've been using has been Vana.com. I think if you register, you'll get 20 credits for free, and you can pick what type of theme you want to have, spaceship theme, gaming theme, fashion theme, retro theme, and you can also buy more credits, like $5 gets you 50 credits or something like that. So it's really cheap, not expensive. So let's see here. We've got BNB is down 3.1%. So here's a flip. So on the news of Ripple winning their case, I said this to our inner circle that I was surprised. I expected this to go at least up to about $1.50. It didn't. It got up to 80 something cents. And then it just kind of paused and has been bouncing around between 70 and 80 cents. Oh, I didn't know that. You can even create your own themes in it. I'll have to check that out on the Vana side. Okay, let's see. Lido State. Cardano is down 5.7. Solana's down 8.6. But Tron is, whoa, what happened with Tron? This just happened in 24 hours. You guys see this? I haven't heard any Tron news lately. Litecoin or Polygon is down 5.6. We're a mix. Any outlet, Avalanche had a real drop, down 9.9%. Uniswap 3.9. Oh, Stellar, look at that. 22.4% rise in the past week. That's an outlier right there. Out of all the top tokens, that one exploded. Chainlink too. Chainlink's up 14.3%. And Toncoin. You know, I think I looked at this maybe a year ago, and I never looked back on it. I might have to look at their progress again, what Toncoin is doing. Lido Dow went the opposite direction, down 14% on the week. Okay, let's see the best performers in the last 7 days. XDC Network. XDC Network. 60.6% rise in a week, 27% in the last 24 hours. Then we got Caspa up 31.7%, Flexcoin 30.2%, Maker 26%, Stellar 22%. This is a healthy week numbers. We're double digits green. BitDAO 11.9%, Toncoin 8%, Ripple 5%. Okay, this shows a pretty good week. What's the worst performers? Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool is down 16.9%. Good morning, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but good morning to you. GMX is down 12.6%. Radix 12%. Avalanche down 9.9%. Aave. So this is interesting. When I look at the green side, and then I look at the red side, total flip. CRV, wow, that one dropped by 7.3. It's my man, Provis Lofties. Good morning. From Corpus Christi, Texas. How you guys handling the heat out there? Has there been any let up so far? We got the heat dome happening on us. It's been the last 2 days here over 100 degrees in LA County. Tezos, measles. I don't really see any outlier, but I do see half and half in the market. They're not all being consistent. All right, so let's take a look at some of the news. I got up late this morning, so I did not have enough time to really grab a bunch of headlines, but I found a couple, so we will see where we can go from here. Thank you, Ms. Casa, for what you do. So it makes it easy for me. All I have to do is just grab it. So this one is, this is an opinion piece. Okay, first, why NASDAQ backing out of custody is bad news for crypto. How long is this first? All right, I'll be skimming through this one. So NASDAQ backing out, no, it's not. Okay, in my opinion, it is not bad. All right, it's just a setback. That's all. If a financial giant can't navigate the red tape, who can? It's not actually. It's bad for the SEC, not for crypto. Because again, this is correct. If a financial giant can't navigate the red tape, that's not an indictment on NASDAQ. That's an indictment on the U.S. regulatory system. Yesterday, NASDAQ, the prominent tech-forward U.S. stock exchange, announced it is calling off plans to launch a cryptocurrency custody service. The new business line, which would have been regulated as a special purpose trust in New York, was slated to launch in the second quarter of this year. The news is a significant blow amid emerging signs of life in the crypto industry. Last month, an unexpected proposal from the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock. This is the only thing we need to be watching for right now. The only reason NASDAQ went forward was because BlackRock did. NASDAQ and Fidelity, they're following BlackRock. So they're going to, all right, we'll pull it off for now. We'll see how BlackRock handles it, and then we'll come back. All right, I don't need to read the rest of this because I already don't agree with what he's saying. All right, next up, Wolf of all streets worries about a world where Bitcoin hits $1 million. Why are you worried about a world where Bitcoin is hitting $1 million? Huh. See you. Good morning, Patricia Woods from Texas, and Victoria Peterson from Durham, North Carolina. Sybil, good morning as well. Why would you be worried about this hitting $1 million? Before I read it, I want to think about this. Is he going to be concerned that the world would have gone to hell for Bitcoin to hit $1 million? My man, Big James Davis, what's going on? Hey, James. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot because this month snuck up on me. I wasn't prepared. How would you like to be a panelist this week for me on our 5-day challenge? Shoot me a message and we'll pick a day. The community needs to hear your expertise again, as if you're available. All right, Wolf of all streets worries about a world where Bitcoin hits $1 million. Twitter is like a movie where you throw a grenade in a room and walk away, and there's a huge explosion behind you. Huh? Twitter is like a movie where you throw a grenade in a room and walk away, and there's a huge explosion. Okay. If I tweeted about a small cap crypto of some sort right now, the price would probably change by like 50%, says Scott Melker, better known to his 904,000 Twitter followers as the Wolf of Wall Streets. And that's correct. That's why I don't listen to clowns like you guys on YouTube. You guys can manipulate the market, and you do. Melker says he takes this responsibility seriously and won't share tweets that might impact the market. But this makes Twitter a lot more boring from his end. In fact, Melker declares that Twitter stopped being fun when he reached 100,000 followers. It's the same thing we learned in trading. In fact, where me and James came up in the crypto space with a company called iCoin Pro, one of the main things that they taught is when you learn how to read the charts, you trade in a way where you are reacting to the market, where you're not manipulating the market. Don't do any trades over $10,000. Everybody else is reacting to. So he's saying, yeah, once he hit 100,000 followers, then it stopped being fun because now everybody's reacting to him instead of them reacting to him reacting to the market. That's when I went through a phase of real love-hate relationship with Twitter, because that's when I guess 10% of people who respond to comments were trolling at any given time. Now, I like that Herschel. Squeeze, bubble, 1, 2, 3 money. Yep, true. All you can really post to 900,000 followers is Bitcoin and inspirational quotes, because everything else will land you in hot water. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. That is true. I talked about that on my birthday when I was at the park. This quote resonates with me more than you can ever know. I failed my way up for over 2 decades. You guys remember my birthday message where I said the reason why most people never achieve their goals is they're afraid to take risk because they're afraid of failure. And if they ever do step out and take that risk and they have one failure, they allow that one failure to jade them, and they can't move forward. Because, and I was responding to someone who said, Brendan, the company that I was in screwed us. So what guarantees does Vara have to have success? What guarantees? What? Since when was life a guarantee? What guarantees? There is no guarantee. You tried something that didn't work, so you keep moving forward. You're trying to get to a friend's house and the car breaks down. You get in another vehicle. So you got to keep moving. You fail your way. I failed my way to 7 figures. What? Yeah. I failed my way to success. I failed for my first 10 years before I made any real money. 10 years. My ego kept me moving forward too, because I wouldn't accept that I couldn't achieve something where others did. So I said, if they can do it, so can I. Formula. After graduating from Penn's degree in 1999, Melker tried his hand at a million other things, finding the most success in his 20-year stint as a DJ. Oh, and on that point too, another is taking responsibility, personal responsibility. Do you know how I can always tell if somebody is going to have success or not based on just a conversation with them? A couple of things that they say. Now, they can always change this, the mindset. When I hear, yeah, if it wasn't for so-and-so, I would have succeeded. If it wasn't for my upline move put me in something that turned out to be a scam. It's the CEO's fault. It's their fault. It's that fault. It's that fault. If I only got spillover from my upline, I would have success. See, you have to ask yourself, are these things you guys say? Man, I wish I got spillover. The successful people are never looking for spillover. They create it for their organizations. They never ask for it. I had a gentleman just today. I've already enrolled more than 60 people. He just came on board, is asking where's his spillover. I'm like, so you haven't enrolled anybody. I've already enrolled 60, but you want me to go get another 60 so that you can get spillover. So that person goes on a separate list. When you take personal responsibility that any failure is not actually a failure, it's a lesson learned, you will start to change your fortunes. All right. Shortly after finishing university, he also started his own magazine in Philadelphia called 101 Magazine, focusing on street culture and city vibes. It caught the attention of a huge magazine called Frank 151, which acquired it, and Melker became the editor-in-chief of both. During that time, he had the opportunity to attend. Okay, hold up. He had the opportunity to attend insane parties and rub shoulders with legendary acts like the Wu-Tang Clan and Outkast. So he's my generation. The music industry led him to try crypto trading in the first place. Really? The music industry did? I just happened to look into crypto because there was a bunch of DJs trading it, he says. He first started trading on the Gemini crypto exchange in 2016 and recalls buying Bitcoin to send it to another exchange, Bittrex. So that's the first time I bought Bitcoin too, was in 2016. So he could buy Ethereum and Ripple. Ethereum was under 20 bucks. Oh my gosh. Ethereum was under 20 bucks. This is 2016. Hold on, I'm going to do a little bit of a dream mode real quick. Now, how's that going to work? Yeah. $20. 65,000 Ethereum. What's the price of Ethereum at right now? 1887. 65,000 Ethereum times 8. Oh, okay. All right. Let me calm down. That was an internal thing. All right. I was really just trading. Well, rather than some lofty higher purposes, he says the main attraction was making cold, hard cash. I was really just trading, trying to make money to support a new family. It had nothing to do with Bitcoin, what it was, or what the asset. That was kind of me too. In 2016, I didn't know what Bitcoin was. I didn't understand it. I just kept seeing it go up in value, and I bought 3 Bitcoin for 640 bucks. And then I sold it for 780, something like that. No, 640. I forgot the number I sold it at. For a little profit a couple of months later. And I thought I was a genius. This is all about him. I don't want to hear about all him. Let's go back. Price predictions. I think Ethereum will hit 5 figures this year. Ooh! No, he said that in 2021. 2021. But he's right, though. It is going to hit 5 figures. I have a different date for this. I shared it with our inner circle. What was it, yesterday? No, yesterday was Friday. Thursday. I shared it Thursday, what I thought the numbers were when Bitcoin hits 1 million, what the price of Ethereum is going to be, which is why I said, those of you getting your new gen money, you want to sit on that sucker. However, he is bullish on Bitcoin hitting 6 figures in the next bull run. That is true. I think the next cycle could be somewhere between 100 and 250,000. That is true. So what would the price of Ethereum be if it hits 250,000? Any of you guys want to take a guess? I'm not doing it on this talk. I do that on Inner Circle. But you guys can type in the chat box. What do you think the price of Ethereum will be if Bitcoin goes over 6 figures in the next bull cycle? But Melker believes that after that, the market will see another huge decline before it hits 500,000. That is true as well. Then we drop down to 60,000 and it's boring forever. Then we pop up to 500,000 like we continue these 4 cycles, 4-year cycles. He's correct. However, Melker doesn't want to live in a world where Bitcoin is $1 million. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted. What is he talking about? The faster it happens, oh, I see, yeah. The faster it happens, the worse the world is. That is true. Because if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, it means that everything else has exploded, including the United States dollar, and we're living in some Mad Max dystopian future. Partly. This can happen through natural course without the world flipping over. Because if you think about it right now, Bitcoin used to be pennies and got up to what, 28, 29,000 right now. If you go back to 2010 and you told those guys, hey, Bitcoin's going to hit $69,000 in about a decade, they look at you like you lost your mind. No way. No freaking way Bitcoin goes $69,000 a coin. Well, they're flipping it around when it was $2 to $5. So yeah, it can go to $1 million without the world flipping upside down. But this is a valid statement to make, or a valid concern to have. I would like to see Bitcoin at $1 million in 20 years. Yeah. Following reasonable cycles. So he's going through every 4 years. So we got 2024, 2028, 2032, 2036. 2036. How old will I be? 47. 2034. I'll be 57. Dang. 2030. I'll be 59 years old. Okay. All right. Next up, McDonald's debuts McNuggets Land in the Sandbox. Hey, where's the river of money going? It's in the metaverse. Are you positioned in the metaverse? McDonald's Hong Kong has picked the Sandbox to build its first Web3 experience. McNuggets Land is what they're calling it. McNuggets Land. So how does this work? I know the answer. I'm just asking it out loud for you guys. How am I going to get McNuggets in the metaverse? What does this mean? McDonald's Hong Kong has picked the Sandbox to build its first Web3 experience, McNuggets Land, and a virtual world dedicated to celebrating Chicken McNuggets' 40th. Really? Dang, it's 40 years old? I've been having nuggets as far as I can remember. The experience takes users to a virtual store with a hidden factory and a tour through the history of the chicken sandwich, allowing gamers to play and complete quests to win rewards such as the Sandbox utility token, which is used to purchase virtual goods and customize avatars on the platform. You guys see that? We're talking about cosmetics. Hong Kong users can also win 365-day free Chicken McNuggets coupons for redemption at the chain's restaurants. To join the virtual world, users only need an email address. You got that right, James. Metaverse experiences have emerged as a tool for brand building strategies in the past few years, allowing companies to gamify products and services, as well as establish online loyalty programs. Do you guys know what company is one of the most successful marketing companies ever? It's McDonald's. Multi-generational. See, I say this before with people, that why is it that McDonald's continues to advertise and have commercials when there's not a man, woman, or child on the planet that has not heard of McDonald's? Yet they still spend billions on branding and marketing. And now they're looking at what's the next evolution of entertainment, of where the eyeballs are. Where's the next evolution of that? So let me ask you another question. Who has the best real estate in the world? McDonald's. McDonald's is not in the burger and fry business. McDonald's is in the real estate business. And if they have the best real estate on the planet, and they're looking at their next version of real estate is in the digital world, setting up shop in the metaverse, what should that tell you? See, JP Morgan Chase has already stated that digital assets are going to be more valuable than real world assets. So if McDonald's is already choosing their corners, their intersections in the metaverse, we need to do the same thing. I hope that made sense. Some of you will get what I'm saying here. Follow the money. Sebastian Bourget, co-founder and chief operating officer of the Sandbox, noted in a statement shared with Cointelegraph that the partnership with McDonald's takes the Sandbox to a new level and brings it closer to realizing the ultimate goal of mass adoption of the metaverse. The giant fast food chain has chosen Web3 tools to engage customers in the past, and chosen Web3 tools. Okay, like, you guys know I came out of retirement for Vara. I did not come out of retirement for a game. I came out of retirement because of the technology. Just like crypto is not about Bitcoin. Crypto is about blockchain technology. That's what's revolutionizing the world. Vara, it ain't about the game. They are revolutionizing technology in Web3 using the Bitcoin Layer 2 network for NFTs, for digitizing or tokenizing assets, for digital ownership in a decentralized manner, lowering server costs and transactions, batching together. You know what? Let me stop right now, because tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I will be doing a live reaction call of the showcase yesterday on the technology. And I'm going to do commentary from my experience tonight. So I'll stop on that. It's about the technology. The giant fast food chain has chosen Web3 tools to engage customers in the past. In 2021, for instance, McDonald's China released a set of 188 NFTs to celebrate its 31st anniversary in the local market. What? They released 188 NFTs? McDonald's isn't the first global brand to embrace the virtual world through collaborations with the Sandbox. The Web3 firm has partnered with nearly 400. Okay. Before I complete that sentence, if you've been following me for a while, I always state that blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet, whether you like it or not, believe it or not, trust it or not. Your opinion is irrelevant, because you're going to be involved whether you like it or not. Companies that you work for, companies that you shop at, they're all going to be involved. So directly or indirectly, so will you. So look at this. The Web3 firm has partnered with nearly 400 companies, including Warner Music Group, Ubisoft, Gucci and Adidas, as well as Snoop Dogg, the Smurfs. The Smurfs? What? Smurfette is in the metaverse? Hey. I ain't gonna lie, when we was kids, yeah, we was like, yeah, we were digging Smurfette. But she was the only female Smurf. Care Bears? The Care Bear stare is gonna be in the metaverse? The Walking Dead? Atari? How many customers do these companies have? How many employees do they have? And that's just a few out of the nearly 400. The launch of self-publishing now allows our partners to realize the true potential and monetize their brand in the metaverse by making their customer experience available to everyone. all the time. Oh, see, if you've got a commercial, you've got 30 seconds and it's gone. The metaverse never shuts down. It never sleeps. It never pauses. It just keeps going, and it will always be live. So now you've got a 24/7 commercial all the time. That's right. I said the Care Bear stare. Some of you get that. Board game release feature that allows brands to launch experiences directly on the platform's map. Follow the river of money. Let's see what else I have right here. BlackRock. This is what we got to pay attention to. BlackRock ETF will be a big rubber yes stamp for Bitcoin, says Charles Edwards. Bitcoin's future is overwhelmingly bright. This is also why I was watching on the news. They were talking about Gary Gensler's war on crypto and how he lost his case with Ripple. And what does that mean in the bigger industry? And they were stating that they were saying, well, why is he going after everything, but he's leaving Bitcoin alone? And the expert, or so-called expert, was like, well, nobody can touch Bitcoin. Nobody could touch it. It's too big to go after. It's too big. That's right, Dion Smurfs. Smurfs are in the metaverse. And if nobody could touch Bitcoin, let me share this. I'm just going to give you a hint. Here's another reason why I came out of retirement. Here's a hint. The current market cap of crypto, of recognized tokens, so-called the legitimate ones, there's 10,022 in the world on 778 exchanges. There's going to be a crypto crash, explosion, storm. When that happens, there should be probably less than 500 coins and less than 50 exchanges around the world. And I shared with our inner circle that I'm completely revamping my crypto portfolio strategy, starting from a couple of weeks ago to the rest for the foreseeable future until this storm happens. I'm not sharing that publicly. You got to be in our inner circle, but I'm radically changing my strategy because of this. But one thing that you can always bet on, it's going to be Bitcoin. And if I'm going to attach myself to any crypto project, it's got to be attached to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, layer 2, smart contracts, NFTs. Everything else is too risky. Not because they're not a good opportunity, but because the SEC and all of the regulators have them on their target. And we don't know what the result of that is going to be. But I do know what the result of this is, Bitcoin. I hope that makes sense. I know I was speaking in code there. Okay. Bitcoin stands to win big thanks to the BlackRock exchange-traded fund, investor and analyst Charles Edwards believes. In his latest interview with Cointelegraph, Edwards, who is founder of quantitative Bitcoin and digital asset fund Capriole Investments, goes deep into the current state of BTC price action. With his previous bullish statements continuing to stand the test of time. Wow, I need to pay more attention to him. And after an eventful few months, Edwards does not see the need to alter the long-term perspective. What is his long-term perspective? Bitcoin, he argues, may be less of a sure bet on shorter time frames, but the overarching narrative of crypto becoming a recognized global asset class undoubtedly remains. That is true. When we last spoke in February, Bitcoin price was around $25,000. Bitcoin is not only 20% higher today, but Bitcoin's NVT ratio is also at its highest levels in a decade. Does this suggest more upside? NVT is currently trading at a normal level. At 202, it is trading in the middle of the dynamic range band, well below the 2021 highs. Given its normalized reading today, it doesn't tell us much, just that Bitcoin is fairly valued according to this metric alone. At the time, you described Bitcoin as being in a new regime, but forecast up to 12 months upward grind to come. So in other words, don't expect the bull run to happen within the next 12 months, that we still have time to accumulate. Has your thinking evolved since? That thinking mostly remains today. Okay, cool, because I'm in line with them. Bitcoin has steadily grinded up about 30% since February. The difference today is that the relative value opportunity is slightly less as a result, and we are now trading into major price resistance at 32,000, which represents the bottom of the 2021 bull market range and confluence with major weekly and monthly order blocks. My outlook today over the short term is mixed, with a bias towards cash until one of three things occurs. Okay, what? Price clears 32,000. Okay. Price mean reverts to the mid 20,000s. Okay. Or on-chain fundamentals return to a regime of growth. Okay. At $30,000, miners have begun to send Bitcoin to exchanges in mass at levels rarely seen. Poolin, in particular, has moved a record amount in recent weeks. To what extent will miners' purported selling impact price moving forward? Okay, well, that's, if you ask that question, you also have to include a record number of Bitcoin has been removed off of exchanges over the past 2 months. Actually, if you go all year, the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is actually at an all-time low right now. Now, the Bitcoin that's been moved out hasn't been sold. That's a difference. So it's not like they're moving it off of the exchanges and then selling it into cash. They're moving it off the exchanges and putting it into their own private wallets. So this is a weird question. I want to see how he answers this, because what the question is saying is the miners, though, have been moving Bitcoin onto the exchanges while everyone else has been moving it off. It's true that relative Bitcoin miner sell pressure has stepped up. We can see that in the two below on-chain metrics, miner sell pressure and hash ribbons. Bitcoin's hash rate is up 50% since January. That's over 100% annualized growth rate. This rapid rate of growth is not sustainable long term. Hence, we can expect any slowdown will trigger the typical hash ribbon capitulation. This rapid growth in hash rate also can only mean one thing. An extraordinary amount of new mining rigs have joined the network. Really? It's 50% harder to mine Bitcoin. There's 50% more competition. And as a result, 33% less relative Bitcoin revenue for miners. Oh, you know what this also means? When the next halving takes place, the value of Bitcoin is going to rise even higher. You got more miners competing for less resources. What happens to the value? Oh, I'm gonna have to remember this in my mental memory. It's 50% harder to mine Bitcoin right now. Competition, 33% less relative Bitcoin revenue for the miners, and that's going to be cut in half next year. Through 2022, there were delays and backlogs in global mining hardware. So I also see what's happening. The reason why it's picked up pace is they're trying to get as much as they can before the halving happens. That's why it's a pickup in pace. Through 2022, there were delays and backlogs in global mining hardware shipping for many months. We likely have seen that backlog flush out in the first half of the year with the large hash rate uptick. New mining hardware is costly, so it makes sense that miners would want to sell a bit more at relatively higher prices today to help cover operational costs and take advantage of the 100% price rally we have seen in the last 7 months. Miners are large Bitcoin stakeholders, so if they are selling at a rapid rate, it can impact prices. Though given their relative share of the network is diminishing, that risk factor is not what it once was. That is true. When it comes to U.S. macro policy, how do you see the Fed approaching inflation for the second half of the year? They're going to raise interest rates. Are further hikes coming past July? Yes. He says the market is pricing in a 91%, see, 91% chance of rate hikes through the rest of this year. There's a 99.8% chance that the Fed will raise rates at next week's meeting. Okay, you guys see what's about to happen? Next week, they're going to raise interest rates, and this value is going to drop. It pays to be in the inner circle, plugged in. You know what's about to come. They're going to raise interest rates next week. So it is probable we see one or two more rate hikes, one or two more. That's a total of 2 or 3 over the next 6 months. That seems quite excessive, given inflation has consistently been trending down since April 2022 and is now well below the Fed funds rate of 5%, which means they don't have to do it, but they're doing it anyway. There is an agenda happening right now. There's a goal that they're trying to meet. They need to force more of the smaller regional banks out of business. What are they getting prepared for? The CBDC. That's what they're doing. They're laying out the groundwork for it. Of course, things could change quite a bit over the next months, but if we take 2 more rate hikes as the base case, my expectation that any net change in the Fed's plan would be toward a pause. We've already seen the considerable stress building in the banking system with multiple bank collapses. See, didn't I just say that? Just a couple of months ago. 2023 was the biggest banking failure of all time in dollar value, more than 2008. So things could change considerably over the next 6 months. Regardless of the Fed, the Fed has implemented the vast majority of its rate hike plan. 90% of the tightening is complete. So if 90% is complete, then why are you still going to raise interest rates? It's now a game of wait and see. Will inflation continue to decline as anticipated? And will that occur before or after the economy takes a turn? Okay, question. Bitcoin's correlation with risk assets and inverse correlation with the US dollar strength has been declining of late. What's the reason for this? Is this part of a longer term trend? Okay, he says Bitcoin has historically spent most of its life uncorrelated with risk markets, oscillating from periods of positive to negative correlation. Correlation comes in waves. The last cycle happened to be to see a very strong correlation with risk assets. This began with the Corona crash on March 12th, 2020. When fear peaks, all markets go risk off into cash in unison. That is true. That's what I said. When you see the stock market drop, crypto, gold, silver, everything drops with it. Sure, but the recovery, gold, silver, crypto recovers faster than the stock market does, because the people that's selling their stocks, they're putting their money into a safe place, and they're picking precious metals and crypto. So following that crash, a wall of money entered risk markets from the biggest QE of all time. In that regard, the following year was all one trade, up and to the right for risk. Then in 2022, we saw the unwinding of all risk assets as bonds repriced following the most aggressive Fed rate hike regime in history. So it's been unusual times. But there is no intrinsic need for Bitcoin to have a high correlation to risk assets. It is like with time, well, it is likely with time that as Bitcoin becomes a multi-trillion-dollar asset, right now it's just a $1 trillion asset, but a multi-trillion-dollar asset, it will be more interconnected with major asset classes, and so expect to see a more consistent positive correlation with gold over the next decade, which has a highly negative correlation with the dollar. How do you think U.S. regulatory pressure will impact Bitcoin and crypto markets going forward? Do you think Binance and Coinbase were the tip of the iceberg? It's impossible to say for sure, but I believe the regulatory fears of early 2023 have been well overblown. Bitcoin was long ago classified as a commodity, and from a regulatory perspective, it's in the clear. Exactly. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. There's definitely question marks on various altcoins, but the legal outcome of Ripple being deemed not a security was definitely an interesting turn of events this month. Finally, it's pretty clear that industry and government, where it matters, is in support of this asset class and knows it's here to stay. BlackRock ETFs have a 99.8% success rate. You guys hear that? BlackRock ETFs have a 99.8% success rate. And its announcement to launch a Bitcoin ETF was essentially a regulatory and financial industry green light. We've seen a half a dozen other leading tier financial institutions follow suit. And of course, now presidential candidate Kennedy is talking about backing the dollar with Bitcoin. Now, in my opinion, Robert Kennedy is a clown, but I agree with him on the CBDC issue and the Bitcoin. But just think about that for a minute. If you back the dollar with Bitcoin, that's not going to happen. The US CBDC, if they're going to back it by anything, it'll be backed by gold if they do that. And which country has the most gold reserves in the world currently? Anybody know the answer to that? Type in the chat box. There will be bumps and hiccups along the way, but the direction is clear to me. How do you foresee progress of the BlackRock Spot ETF and its effect on Bitcoin should it launch? The BlackRock ETF approval will be huge for the industry. Bitcoin traders say, get ready as Bitcoin price preps 2023 bull market. BlackRock is the biggest asset manager in the world, and its regulatory seal of approval will allow a new wave of capital to flow into the market, a huge wave. And when you think of wave, the river of money, that's what they're talking about. A huge wave of money, capital, is going to flow into the crypto market. Many institutions sat on the sidelines last year due to concerns and uncertainty regarding crypto regulation. ETF approval will be a big rubber yes stamp for Bitcoin. ETFs are arguably make it easier for institutions to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, as they don't need to worry about custody or even entering the crypto space. So it opens a lot of doors. The best comparable we have for this event is the gold ETF launch in 2004. Interestingly, it launched when gold was down 50%, much like Bitcoin is today. What followed was a massive 350% return, 7-year bull run. So that's what they did for gold. What do you think is going to happen to Bitcoin? Like I'd be telling our inner circle, our window of opportunity. Like right now, you still have the opportunity to own at least one whole Bitcoin or a quarter of it. And if you just owned a quarter of Bitcoin, that will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in 5 years from now. What's your portfolio looking like right now? Essentially, the Bitcoin ETF is just another goalpost on the pathway to broad regulatory acceptance and establishment of Bitcoin as a serious asset class, and it has big implications. All right. And we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to have to shut it down for there because I've got some other assignments today. We got the WGC call in 1 hour, and tonight 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific tonight, we're going to be doing our special showcase live reaction, where yesterday, because of the blackout that happened in Cape Town, it was delayed when they restarted it, and I had other commitments I had to get to. So I missed maybe 50% of what was shared yesterday. I purposely did not go back and rewatch it. I'm going to rewatch it live with everybody tonight. So you're going to be able to get my commentary. So it's 45 minutes. I'll keep it, my commentary, hour and a half or so. So we're going to do that tonight together. So if you missed it yesterday, or if you did see it and a lot of things went over your head, I'm going to try to break it down in a way that my mama can understand it tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Then tomorrow night, I will be doing a VAR presentation at same time. And then Monday is our 5-day challenge. Oh, we also have Inner Circle Crypto Talk. So if you like Crypto Talk today and you want to get this almost on a daily basis, join our Inner Circle. Our Inner Circle. That is right there. Our Inner Circle is $49 a month to be in our Inner Circle. It pays. People in our Inner Circle have made millions. So off the information that we're taught. So anyways, Monday Inner Circle, Monday morning, 5-day challenge next week. Look forward to you hear from our panelists. I got to double check, see if James is going to be available, but we will have a record number of panelists. Well, not a record number. We're going to have our great panelists share their stories next week, and hope you guys have a great weekend. So until then, I'll see you guys tonight. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.